Not good. Not good at all.
I think it will be offensive to the cake to even rate this.
A list of ingredients with 0 quantities and no recipe. Cooking without instructions. What a dumb idea.
Welcome to my new series. It's my birthday today. I'm 24 years old. It's time for me to learn how to cook. But as we all know, grown men don't use instructions. Let's begin. Today I'm going to be cooking myself a birthday cake. I'm going to be making a 2-tiered cream cheese filled birthday cake with icing. Why the fuck did I pick something so difficult? Let's do it. First thing that we need, self-raising flour. It's my favorite of all the flours because, like children in an orphanage, it's self-raising. I read somewhere, don't ever measure anything exactly, just do things by feel. I've actually never read that anywhere. It's just when you start a sentence off with, I read this somewhere, it makes you sound like whatever you're gonna say next is correct. That already looks like way too much. Eggs is the next thing on the ingredient list. I mean, that's a shitload of flour, so you'd wanna put in at least 7 eggs. You know, I feel like a lot of the time with cracking eggs, the reason why you mess it up is just a lack of confidence. So really, the problem isn't your ability to crack eggs. Your problem is you got low self-esteem. The next ingredient on the list is caster sugar. If I use a fuckload of sugar, that should even out my cooking skills. So 200 grams of sugar, that sounds a lot, doesn't it? I think I've filled up my mixing bowl. I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna mix this. Bicarb soda, what's that? This, I'm just gonna vibe it out. I mean, I guess that's enough. Next up, buttermilk. I tried to find buttermilk, couldn't find buttermilk, but I did find butter, and I know in the fridge, I definitely have milk. I mean, butter and milk, that's what buttermilk is, isn't it? That's cooking. Put a little bit of butter in, put a little bit of milk in. We're gonna have a fuckload of comments calling me a moron. Sweetened condensed milk. This is the kind of stuff I actually have experience with. It's the kind of stuff where if you get it on your finger and you taste it, it tastes incredible. It's like the best thing you've ever had. But if you have a whole spoon of it, it feels like a fucking heart attack. Not good. Not good at all. Ugh. I almost spewed. But that's all part of cooking. Always taste as you go along so you know. I feel sick. Quick little break to get over the condensed milk. I'm sure that's in the recipe somewhere. Fuck that wasn't even that funny. Now we're getting on to thin cream. This recipe fat shames cream. It's just this much. Not because I think that's the right amount, more because the bowl's gonna overfill. I've used too much of everything, I can tell already. The next thing, for some reason, shortbread biscuits. Isn't that lazy? Someone else has made these and then you're like, oh, I'll just put it in my recipe. That's lazy as fuck. I still feel sick from the condensed milk. I think I'm gonna spew. Next up, we're using lemon zest. It's where you grate a lemon on top of whatever the fuck you're cooking. Changes the taste absolutely nothing at all, but cooking shows use it because it makes you look a whole lot more fancy than you actually are. See, that's the problem with lemon zest. It's fucking nothing, but people are always impressed with it. Like, I reckon if you took a girl home and then you just started getting out a lemon and started zesting it, I mean, that's anal for sure. There we go, sufficiently zested. We've all been there, Todd. We've all lemon zested our way into anal sex. That's about everything for the cake. Oh, except for the vanilla bean paste. I have no idea what vanilla bean paste is, and if you can't find an ingredient and it's just, 3 words, we can make vanilla bean paste at home. So what you need is a bit of vanilla, a single bean, and then you just paste that up. It's not really much of a paste considering there was only 1 bean in it, but we'll put that in there and I'm hoping that will affect the cake in a positive way. Okay, so now that you have all of your ingredients in the bowl and you've realized that you probably should have been mixing as you go, because that makes a fuckload more sense than what I've done, it's time to try and fix the issue by mixing it now, all together at the same time. Really just not working. I mean, the eggs in here are laughing at me. I think it's time to bring out the big guns here. Fuck. Get over here, you little bowl. This fucking egg still doesn't want to move. There we go. Take that, you egg. Fuck. I forgot to preheat the oven. Shit. Well, we'll just do that after I've finished mixing. It's too late now. So, because the temperature of the oven is in the method of the cooking, I don't know how hot the oven's supposed to be. Never cooked a cake, don't really use the oven. So I'm gonna go for 180 degrees for 40 minutes. Lock it in, Eddie. Also, my oven is broken. It only works on pizza mode, but you know, a cake's kind of like a pizza. Okay, so while the oven is preheating in the middle of the cooking, I'm gonna be working on the cream cheese filling of the cake. I found cream cheese in the supermarket. Depending on how it tastes, that's how I will determine how much of it to use. That's awful, we're using all of it. This just tastes like cheese, and I'm putting it in the middle of a fucking cake. Oh, now we need a bit of butter, icing sugar. I mean, fuck it, somebody's gonna make this cheese stop tasting like cheese. I mean, you don't want to take a bite into a birthday cake and be like, oh, it fucking tastes like cheese. I'd rather take a bite into the birthday cake and be like, oh, fuck, this tastes like cheese that's covered in icing sugar. That actually tastes really good. You know what I've just realized, Todd? This part of the recipe has nothing to do with my cooking ability. It really has more to do with the fact that I just bought cream cheese and put sugar in it. I mean, that's not fucking cooking, isn't it? That's just seasoning cream cheese. It's time to pick a color for it. I mean, that's the future. It's not about having food that actually tastes good. It's about making food that 19-year-old girls want to post on Instagram before they figure out that shit gets no likes, and then they start posting photos of their box gap. That's what cooking's all about. All right, so that's the middle of our cake finished. Now we're moving on to the icing. I think I mixed the two. I think I got icing sugar in that. I got icing sugar in the filling. And now all I have left over is casting sugar for the icing. So icing really is the icing on the cake. Literally, that's where that saying comes from. I don't know if you guys know that. Todd, that wasn't that funny. You said so. You should be really disappointed.
I kill myself.
A couple of eggs go in there. Why did I do 4 eggs? That's way too many eggs. Caster sugar, use approximately that much for everyone cooking along with me at home. If you're confused by how much that much is, just watch it again in slow motion, you dickhead. Now we're up to coloring the icing. This is what goes on the outside of the cake. I'm gonna be making this one just pink. Already just looking at that was fucking way too much. I've used more coloring than other ingredients. There must be a cooking step that I'm missing here. There must be an element of heat or cooking involved, because that does not look like fucking icing. I'm gonna have to come up with a creative plan. I'm feeling 1:30 in the microwave on high. Ooh, I'm getting second thoughts about 1:30, that's a lot. Oh, it's done! As soon as I open the door, we're both gonna see some icing come out. Let me look first though. Yeah, no, don't worry about it. You know what it looks like? It looks like icing that's been put in the fucking microwave. I think I may have gotten that cooking step incorrect. I think I can save this with a bit of a blend. Oh no, you're supposed to put icing in the fridge so it settles hard. I've just done the exact opposite. You put it in the fridge and then it settles and then you spread it on the cake. Oh fuck, I know that. Well now it's not gonna set, is it? Fuck, I could fix this and come back to the middle by putting it in the freezer. Turn into icing, you're fucking embarrassing me. See, not turning the oven on was all part of my plan. It gave me time to let the cake sit. That's not gonna fit in the tin. I need a much bigger tin. Or 2 tins. Do we have more tins? What's the difference between a cake tin and a saucepan?
Is that a joke? Is it?
No, I mean like, if you put it, if I put this in a cake tin, it'd definitely come out like a cake. But if I put it in a saucepan, I mean, it's not going to come out like sauce, is it? It's just a metal container. I could put a saucepan in the oven, can't I? Oh, actually, it's all going to fit in the cake tin. Oh, don't worry about it, guys. Just don't worry about it, all right? I didn't mix that properly, did I? Worry about that, everyone. Everyone worry about that I didn't fucking mix the cake properly. So the oven's done. Let's put it in 180 degrees for 40 minutes. The icing is in the freezer. So I'm hoping that once the cake is finished, I can get the icing out of the freezer and it'll be ready for the taste test. And people will go, man, this is good. Well, that'd be a very uneventful video, wouldn't it? I have just realized that cake rises. Well, hopefully this cake doesn't rise. I mean, it's self-raising flour. Obviously, it has the judgment to choose whether or not to raise. Oh, it's ready. All right, time has come. 40 minutes and 180 degrees. Oh, it looks like a cake. I've done it. I've fucking done it. I've improvised a cake. I'm the smartest man alive. I lucked out on the cake. I think I nailed the filling. Now it's time to check on the icing. I'm the best chef on planet Earth. This looks like icing. Look at that, right? I mean, it's a little bit too liquid, but that'll work. Who needs a recipe? Just improvise, do it by feel. Granted, I have no idea how any of these things taste when combined, but they look good. That's the only thing that matters. Just like women, doesn't matter if they have any substance to them as long as they look good. The cutting is the most important part because you want to get it exactly in the middle because that's where the filling goes. I'm all about giving creamy fillings to other people. Don't think about that one too much, kids. And look, even though we made way too much creamy filling, use all of it because there's starving kids in Africa who would love to put this filling in the bin. Ta-da! And then it's time to use the icing. I'm pretty sure the only difference between this and my cake is the icing. That looks like it was made correctly. This looks less like icing and more like someone spilled the sanitary bin that's in the women's toilets. What a fucking image that is. All right, Luke, our first taste tester. You ready for the cake?
That's not a
Ta-da! Now sing me happy birthday. It's my birthday cake. I'm 24. Look what I made.
cake. What type of cake is it?
You're actually in for a treat, mate. It is a...
Bird?
No. Let me finish.
Yeah, sure.
This is what it's supposed to look like.
It's a wedding cake.
Yeah.
This is a disaster. No! Why is it so
That's
lumpy?
butter.
The icing's that lumpy. How come you didn't coat around the outside like pink? Oh, you did?
Because it would have coated if I put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
And hardened. But I put it in the
In the
microwave.
microwave.
The opposite of what it needed to do. This is cooking by instinct. I think this is how humanity should cook. So should we?
I really don't want to eat this.
Yeah. Cheers. You know what? I think I've nailed it.
It'd be good without the cream cheese.
Yeah, fuck the cream cheese.
Yeah, it's really bad.
What would you give this out of 10?
I think it will be offensive to the cake to even rate this.
That's so rude. I baked you a cake and you tell me.
He baked you a cake and you forced me to eat it.
Another satisfied customer. Cooking without instructions. Great success. We'll be back next week.
Stop doing this.
Thanks for watching Cooking Without Instructions. What should I cook next? Leave a comment below, and if I use your idea, I'll credit you in the next video. Also subscribe, I upload every week now. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time. What a dumb idea.
It's